What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for clicking on this very important video, a video I've been kind of holding off on for a while. Just simply talking to you guys and really explaining what this whole thing is. Like, what is NVZN? Who is Brian? Where do I see this going? What goals do I have? Who am I trying to impact? Those types of questions, and just really wanting to talk directly to you guys. And you've seen all this content on this channel and workouts and helping you out with your nutrition and just motivation in general. But there's a lot more and a lot deeper meaning to the brand that I've developed, and I really just wanted to spread that to you guys and kind of explain where my head is right now. Okay, so just let me start off from the beginning. My name is Brian McElderry. I went to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. I am from Birmingham, Alabama, born and raised from a beautiful mom and dad that provided me with the things that I needed to grow up and achieve and excel, and I am very appreciative of them. I have a little brother. I shouldn't say little anymore because he's taller than me, but I have a younger brother, and he is doing very well. He is my inspiration and motivation, and we talk more and more as we get older now. And as the older brother, I just try to keep as much motivation and set the example for him as much as I can, And sorry guys if I get kind of emotional. That's just the type of person I am, because I'm very passionate about things that I do and things that I go into and things that I want to accomplish in life. So graduated high school, went to Morehouse College, finished in 2012 with a chemistry degree, bachelor's in chemistry. And then I went on to pharmacy school. Applied to pharmacy schools, took the PCAT, and I ended up getting into St. Louis College of Pharmacy with a little bit of extra funds that helped me further my education towards a doctoral degree, a doctorate in pharmacy, which I have achieved as of last year, 2016. So I do have my doctorate in pharmacy as a pharmacist. So that is a little bit of background on me. I did leave out also that I did play golf in college as well, and growing up. I was on the Morehouse golf team. I was the captain my senior year, and we ended up winning national minority championship down in Florida, where our picture is in the actual National Hall of Fame, National Golf Hall of Fame down in Florida, which is amazing. So that all being said, that's just a short story, who I am. And that goes a lot into saying, how did you get into fitness and bodybuilding? Well, that's an interesting story. I grew up playing football. I always was into sports, baseball, soccer. Really never got into basketball, guys. Just being real, I'm African American. People are like, you didn't get to basketball? Nah, I was a football player, man. Running back and cornerback. I would consider myself pretty good, and that's probably where, people are like, well, you look like a running back, and well, I was back in the day. So that is kind of where I got the fitness side, is just my general background in sports. However, I wanted to take it a step further, and my journey began senior year at Morehouse, and where I was kind of like, well, I'm going into the healthcare field, but what does that mean? What is a healthcare professional? And to me, a healthcare professional is somebody who practices what they preach, essentially. So if I'm preaching to my patients and people that I'm counseling and consulting about health, I thought, well, maybe I should be a little bit healthier. Maybe I should dive into, not just, I'm going to learn all the medications and the side effects and the drug interactions and, the mechanism of actions and things like that. However, dive it into the actual nutrition portion. How can we prevent these disease states that are chronic and that are, kind of overtaking our world today? Obesity, heart disease, diabetes, high cholesterol, those types of disease states that are just, killing people left and right, way too early in their lifetime. And they have so much to give to this world. And who knows what they could have given if, they were a little bit healthier, if they, were educated. And that is the really reason why I'm doing this, is to really give you a different perspective from a healthcare background, from a person who, played sports, from a person who, lived it through the same thing you could do, And that's really kind of why, I started this social media outlet and started, YouTube, and started posting more on Instagram, and started really preaching and practicing, those healthy habits, and really diving into the studies and nutrition portion of how to prevent these disease states versus just, as a pharmacist, we counsel, patients on their medications. And that is all well and good. But to me, if I could get every one of my patients off of their medications, that would make me even more happy. It's okay to say, keep taking this high blood pressure medication, keep taking this. But if we don't tell them, well, there's a way you can get off of this instead of taking it every single day, then that's kind of really what I want out of this health and nutrition lifestyle that I am practicing and that I am preaching to you guys. Is bigger than just going to the gym. It's bigger than just, cooking and meal prepping and, showing off your abs and all this, stuff that you see out there in the social media network where, people are putting a certain image that you need to look like this. You need to look like this or you're not accepted. And that is not the image that I am preaching here. The only reason I show you, that these things can be achieved. I show my physique at times to show you that I came from where you are. I'll probably link some stuff on the screen here of where I started. I look like the average person, and I never veered from that. And that is kind of why I, relate so well to that person out there is simply trying to be more healthy. I'm not trying to put a person on stage all the daggone time. I just want that person to be healthier. And if they want to compete to really take their physique to the next level, whether male or female, that's great. And that is the only reason I did it at first, is to say, hey, I'm seeing improvements. Maybe I can challenge myself to a goal of seeing myself on stage to attain the best physique, the best I've looked, the healthiest I've been in my life. And that is the only reason I did a show in 2014. And I haven't done one since. And people are like, when are you jumping back on stage? When are you jumping back on stage? To me, it's not about that. It's not about that. And that is the one thing I think people get in their heads, that it's not about the image. It's about changing you. And changing you means you have to be comfortable with yourself. If you're hopping on stage and you win second or third and you're like, well, dang, like, I don't know, the judges is rigged and all this stuff. No, you brought the best you could bring and you changed your life for the better. And if you come out with a trophy and you end up winning first, that's just a icing on the cake, that you can say, I did this, and I can show it, and I have a piece of metal. That's all it is, to say, I did this. But if you set in your mind, you get the right mindset that this is a lifestyle versus just something about going in the gym and, trying to look good. If you need that motivation to say, I need to look good for the women, or I need to look good for this guy I'm trying to get, then if that's what you need, do that. Write that down and say, I'm going to achieve this physique by this date because I want such and such to notice me, and then bring that whole package to them. Have a mind, have something to talk about, have knowledge, have a conversation. There's too many people out here spitting game. Excuse me, I might have just spit right there. Too many, no pun intended, too many people are spitting game. Just talk to the person. And that's just, side note relationship advice. If you're interested in somebody, just talk to them like a regular person. If it's something develops over time, that's great. That means it's natural. That means you have developed a friendship first. Okay? And that is all I really, I'm just going off on a tangent here, but, essentially, long story short, guys, I really don't want this video to be too long, but, I just want to get this out in the open that when you come to this channel, you're not just getting fitness and nutrition advice so you can look good on the beach. That is okay. But if you can take more out of it and see it from a different perspective as developing it into a lifestyle of being overall healthier, okay? then that is what this channel is about. And it's coming from a healthcare professional standpoint, that I'm not practicing, just out here preaching that, oh man, the sun just came out. It is, man, God is looking over me, man. There's so many blessings and so many things that have just come over my life that I'm so thankful for. And I thank you guys, and I thank you for the kind words that you send through DMs, send through tweets, send through text messages. The people, the stories, the inspirational stories that I hear just via conversations that I have with people, that something that I've done or something that I've said has impacted them to change something in their life. To wake up one morning and say, hey, I remember Brian saying this, or I remember him, weighing his food, or I remember him getting up to do his fasted cardio, or I remember him having this conversation about the gym is not just a place where you work out. A gym is not just building the physical mass, but the mental as well. And if you can take that aspect out into this world and really develop that mindset, then there's nothing you can't achieve. There's nothing you can't achieve. And that is really, we're going to have faults. People are going to have failures. People are going to fall down. But take the breaks, take the time that you need, get yourself together, get back, and keep a positive mindset, because life is going to move on with or without you. And if you sit there and sulk about, well, I can't do this now, and I can't do this, then it's just going to leave you behind. And the people that are still out there grinding, the people that are still out there that say, I can envision that goal that I have at the end of the road, I see myself in it, then those are the people that are going to end up grasping those rewards, grasping their goals, grasping those aspirations and dreams that they've had. Okay? And so keep going, guys. Keep going. All right? Because I'm not stopping. I may not have the most followers. I may not have the most subscribers. I may not have, the huge following out here. And this may be a saturated market. Brian, you're just preaching the same thing that everyone else is preaching. And I can go over here to hear that. But there is always somebody that can relate to you. There is always somebody that is going to be in your space, in your network, that say, hey, I'm just like Brian, or I'm just like you. I'm just like that person, and I'm walking through that journey. Well, that is, someone out there can relate to me. So I'm going to tell my story, and hopefully somebody can get something out of it, guys. And that is really what I'm out here to do. That is what I'm out here preaching and practicing, and day to day waking up and saying, hey, today is my day. Who knows? I could get that email. I could get that text. I could get that promotion. I could get that, new opportunity. And you look back when you do get it, and you're like, every single day I put something into that. And if you don't get it, then that means at that time it wasn't right for you. And God has a blessing for you coming forth. But you just keep doing every single day what you think is right, that you have put all you can into it. And if it doesn't go right, if it doesn't go your way, then there is a bigger and better blessing out there for you guys. Okay, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to end it right here, guys. And I am ranting too long, but I just really wanted you to hear this message that I've had on my mind for a while. And I thought I'd just come out here at White Rock Lake in Dallas, Texas, and just kind of reflect, and give you guys my perspective on what this whole brand, what this whole thing is about. And envision, to me, is envisioning the end goal. You see yourself in that space, in that dream, in that aspiration that you have for yourself. And you're envisioning it, okay? And that is what envision means to me. That is why I put it out there. It went through a lot of thought. It will be a year officially since I launched the idea of the brand in last July 2016. And I've just been grinding ever since, man. And who knows what it's going to be? Who knows what, it could hold in the future? But I could say, and I could call, at the end of the day, if something happened to me, that I've left something behind. It's mine, and it's you guys's. Okay? I didn't want it to be called Brian McElderry Fitness or B Mac Fit or any generic name that has me attached to it. Okay? I want it to be bigger than that. And that is what it's all about. Envision your end goal. See yourself in it. And if you fall, get back up. Put yourself back on the horse. Stay positive every day. Pray. And God will put blessings over your life. Okay? So I'm about to sit here for a little bit longer, guys. Just kind of reflect, meditate, and enjoy the rest of my day. Hope you guys enjoyed this message. Hope it wasn't too long. Hope you guys got motivated, inspired to move forward with your goals. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Please hit that subscribe button, like the video. Please share it with anybody. That is, share this message to everybody that might need to hear some kind, inspiring words that they can do it. That, you know, if you have an idea, put it out there. Get started. Okay? And we're gonna keep moving forward, guys. Love you guys as always. I'll see you guys in the next video, okay?
This